What's up guys, this is Kyle Fonger from Vapor Hut, driven by you, fueled by vapor, and today I'm going to be doing a review of Eleaf's first temperature control device, the TC40W. At first glance, you'd probably think this is a 20-watt iStick. Has the same size, same weight. It feels basically the same in the hand, although the firing button has been redesigned for this temperature control device. This is definitely the smallest temperature control device I've ever used. It's a 2600 mAh battery, so it's going to last you a good day. And temperature control seems to last a little bit longer because you're not constantly putting out, X number of watts. It's going to constantly be fluctuating to keep you at that temperature. So let's go ahead and dive into the close-up, and I'll show you how to operate this 40-watt by Eleaf, and then we'll come back out and I'll give you my first impressions on this device. So here is Eleaf's first temperature control device, the iStick TC40W. And as you can see, it looks just like the 20-watt. Although this firing button is a little bit different, it kind of pops. And you might notice we have a center button here in between the power up, power down, which we'll get to in a second. I am using Eleaf's iJust 2, which is a temperature control tank, comes with Ni200 coils. And although this video isn't about this tank, one thing I find kind of odd is to adjust the airflow, you turn this rubber ring it comes with. Kinda interesting. I've never seen anyone do that before, and what's kinda cool is if your device is standing up and it drops, the tank can't hit the ground. So, makes this kind of all around a pretty indestructible little temperature control setup. So on the top of the device we have a couple Torx screws holding down this top plate. We do have a little cutout here for those of you still using a bottom fed airflow tank where it gets its airflow from the 510 connection rather than kind of an external airflow that would be up here. It is a spring-loaded brass firing pin, and you might be wondering, what is this little thing? This is for a lanyard. Now it doesn't come with a lanyard, but hey, it is light enough. You could easily wear this around your neck. And hopefully you'd never lose your vape. On the bottom, again, we have some Torx screws. We have our USB charging port. On the bottom says the iStick temperature control 40-watt. On the other side it says Eleaf, and this is a sample or a prototype edition. So yours will not say sample. So now let's dive into the menu. As most devices are, it's going to be 5 clicks to turn it on. So as you can see, I'm in temperature mode. And one thing I find really cool about this device, especially for that new user, is how easy it is to switch back and forth between temperature and wattage. So all you do is hold this center button here, and boom, we're in watts. Hold that button again, and boom, you're in temperature. And if you go over 600 degrees, it'll go right into Celsius. And if you're to go up to 315, it goes back into Fahrenheit. And it does have the ohm lock feature. So to lock your ohms, what you're going to do is press the firing button and the up arrow at the same time. There we go. So now we just see the ohm sign. And to go into stealth mode, you're going to press the firing button with the bottom arrow. Now when we fire this, the screen won't turn on. Well, it won't if we have a tank on it. And one little trick with this and all other iSticks actually is if we turn the device off and we hold the up and down arrow, we flip our screen. Hold it again, and it's back right side up. So that's my first look at the Eleaf iStick 40-watt with temperature control. So that's Eleaf's iStick temperature control 40 watts. Definitely a good device, and especially for that new user that's just looking to try out temperature control. This thing is pretty cheap. I believe it's going to be around 50 bucks here at Vapor Hut. The device is a lot easier to operate than, say, the Evic VT or an Arctic Dolphin or even a Hana. It's super simple, very intuitive, and you don't have a lot of settings to kind of mess around with. You really just adjust your temperature to taste. So like the Evic VT, the temperature reading on this device seems to be a little underpowered. So if you're running this at 550, it feels more like 420, 430. So that's the one con I have to say about this. But again, if you're a new user, it really doesn't matter. What are you comparing it to? So that's where you just adjust it to taste. But at the end of the day, I think this is a nice device. And for the price point, you can't beat it. This has been Kyle from Vapor Hut, driven by you, fueled by vapor. Have a great day, guys.